to another edition of Under the Hat. We're your host, Marcus. Greetings to all of you people all over the world. It's the 30th of May, 2020. Oh, what a week we've had. What a week, what a week, what a week. You know, you guys would have seen the videos, you would have seen the posts, you would have seen the protests. It's all, of course, in the USA. You know, it's kind of overshadowed. Well, let me put it this way: it's kind of it's been overshadowed in the media. It's overshadowed in the media the concerns related to COVID pandemic. So it's quite interesting when you consider what really makes people tick, what really makes people move, what impacts them psychologically. So it seems like the media is the big deal. Well, I guess that's good for persons like me who like to use the media or social media, as it were, and for you too, because you have the opportunity to do that. That's the kind of world we live in. But I just want to touch on one point relative to what's been happening in the U.S. You know, I think when we use hate and anger and injustice to deal with hate, anger, and injustice, I think we get more hate, anger, and injustice. That's that's what I've seen happen anyway, not just in this particular situation in the USA, but if you look through history, you will see that hate, anger, and injustice is not the solution for hate, anger, and injustice. It just leads to more conflict. Yes, injustice is awful. Yes, hate is awful. But anger is a normal human reaction or emotion. There's nothing wrong with being angry. However, I would encourage you when you're angry, as the good book would say, to not sin. It's one thing to be angry, but it's another thing to involve yourself in, perpetrated acts that only perpetuate the negativity of anger. Because all anger really does when you hold on to it and you nurture it is harm yourself. Of course, me personally, I am kind of appalled at the things that are going on from many different points of view, you know. And it's very difficult to take sides because there is no one side that is infallible. There's no one side that is perfect. Every one side, or each side has its points, you know. But when we're blinded by raw emotion and we act on it, it can lead to devastating results. I guess it's just how life is, or how life is at this point in time. You don't have to choose to be like that. You know, I'm not saying you can't be angry, you can't be appalled. You know, but at the end of the day, think about next generation. What is it that you want to teach the next generation? And that's all. That's all I would say about it. Just what is it you want to teach the next generation? Of course, you want the next generation to see injustice and deal with it. You want the next generation to see hate for what it is and deal with it. And you want the next generation to understand what anger is and how to deal with it. But throwing gasoline on a fire is not going to extinguish it. But at the same time, starting an unnecessary fire is rather inappropriate. You know, so like I said, no one side is infallible. Every side has their flaws. I have my own flaws. And this is just my opinion. Of course, I could be wrong. Of course, you could disagree with me. And that's fine. I'm not here to tell you how to think or what to think. I'm just here to ask you to think. And that's all. Just think. Just think. Think it through clearly. You know, be discerning. And do your best to treat others as if they were your own children. Like they were your own flesh and blood that you gave birth to. You know? Just something to think about. Well, that's all the time I have this evening. I thank you for joining me, and as I always encourage you guys, live love, give thanks, and stay cool. Bless.